Hey guys, my name is Josh and I just want to show you my fix for my Astra G 2003 Cabriolet, the broken roof latches. So what was happening, I'll try to get it just from inside, is the roof would make some noise, the rear panel would come up, the tonneau cover at the back would come up, and then it would beep 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 with the front open very very slightly, and that's because of a very common problem, which is these locks in here. If you can see them, this plastic bit just here snaps. If you look closely, you can see that there's a crack line all the way along there. This is mine after the fix, and you can see this one on the left hand side is completely shattered and broken. And so my fix to get it working was to put some bolts and nuts through to reinforce it. And I'll just show you it working to prove that I'm not making it up. That's a beautiful roof coming up. There's the tonneau cover. This was about as far as it used to get before it got upset. And now the whole thing's going to work perfectly. And there you have a beautiful Astra convertible ready to go for a drive. So I'll show you the fix that I've done. And it's just a matter of drilling a hole with an impact driver through those broken bits, and then putting in an M6, and I'll post all the tools I used in the description, an M6 type bolt through. Just letting that shut there. And you can see it on its way down now. And how beautifully it's working, and the roof is shut. Now this is just with the rear cover, with the cover underneath applied. There's just some trim which you have to remove. There's some bolts here and along up here, and then there's a plastic bit that just clips out quite easily. Just so you know, this is the motor that drives everything. It turns this around, which drives this little screw, which pushes this along. Here's the back of how I fixed it, with the bolts coming through there. And if you look on the other side, this is just under it, looking from the other side. So that way, where are we? That way is the front of the car, that way towards the back. I've got the bolts with 2 washers coming through and onto the other side, connected into some bolts there. And all I've done is I've drilled I drilled a guide hole with an M, I think it was a 2, and then kept going through. And just the important thing is to measure it up as best you can to get it into the middle. Try to get a shot so you can see a bit more where it is. My holes are about 7 mil from the line at the top on either side. Drill through. If you're off center a bit, because you're doing an M2 and M3, you enlarge it with an M4, enlarge it with an M5, and finally your M6 with the impact driver. Then you can adjust by angling it. So I've just done that on both sides. There they are. The bolts coming through into the nuts. This one, as you can see, was a bit off center and a bit hard to fit. And that's just what it looks like from underneath. Again, the bolts and the washers, and you can see even as mangled as this side is, and incidentally this is the side that's actually got the electric sensor. You can see all the wires coming off it. And I'll just quickly show you the tools I used. So this is my Ryobi impact driver, ruler just to measure things out, and here are my little impact bits. And as you can see, just started with the thinnest. That was a useful little extension tool just here, and went all the way up to a 6, and then put these washers and these bolts and screws through it. So if you have any questions, feel free to post them, and I will do my best to answer. I'm a real beginner, so if I can do it, anyone can. Take care. Bye.